years ago, Samuel Morse invented the telegraph, a way to send code messages over an electric wire. The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet. First message sent over 40 miles of wire was, "What has God wrought?" The telegraph was, and still is, wonderful.
Good evening, coffee crew. Good to see everybody. Welcome in. Grab yourself that coffee, grab yourself a seat, and let's get this show on the road. We are playing Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy. This is a bit of a favorite of mine. Big fan of the PlayStation 2 era, as I would say a majority of you know by now. If the latest videos have been anything to go by. Playing the Bouncer, we're playing... what else are we playing? Oh, Final Fantasy 12. The Bouncer, Final Fantasy 12, Jak and Daxter, all PS2 era kind of bangers. And then, like, all the games that I kind of have saved and coming up are also PlayStation 2. I'm in my PlayStation 2 brain rot era. I think I'm in, like, a desperate call for nostalgia and a reminder of better things. Steal seat. Ah, Shadowquill, you have indeed stolen a seat. I do expect that to be returned by the end of the day. Thank you. But congratulations to Arcadian on first, the Angriest Biscuits on second, and Shadowquill, who has stolen a chair, for third. And Claudian, Beans, I forgot about first. Yeah, I saw you come in. You were the first to chat, so I'll give you, like, an honorary gold star, and I'll give you that honorary fourth that is neither here nor there, non-existent. But hey, it's the thought that counts. but you were indeed the first one here, and then you just forgot. I love it. But welcome in, welcome in. So as we've been doing with these streams, as of late, I'm gonna kind of yap away and just kind of talk about the development history of the game and what I've been up to the last few days before we get started. I was supposed to actually start this stream on, like, Saturday, but Saturday we had tornadoes. Well, not, like, touchdown tornadoes. We had tornadoes, like, possible within the area. So, erring on the side of caution, I decided, you know what, I'll postpone. That'll be fine. And then I figured yesterday, Sunday, I was gonna do it. And then Sunday came around, and Sunday I was just beat. I got off work, I got home, and then I slept for like 8 hours. Shit was wild. I needed it though. But now I got iced coffee, so I will not be crashing and passing out on you lot here. And today I wanted to stream earlier, but I went and got lunch with my grandparents. They came back from their trip, so they're back in town. Bit of a funny story before we get started. So I'm sitting there, you know, getting ready for stream, and part of my pre-stream ritual is to drop the kids off at the bus station, which is code for take a fat dump in the restroom. I really had to go. And I'm sitting there, you know, doing my business, and Rhea comes in. She pops down right in front of me, as cats do, and she's just looking at me, and she starts meowing repeatedly, and very loudly, which she almost never does. And I just look at her, and I tell her, Rhea, let me shit in peace, or I will grab and shake you. And she just quit meowing, stared at me for a second, gave a slow blink, and walked away. So, message received. I'm so proud of Rhea. She's a good listener, unlike Patches. Patches would have, like, shook his booty and then, like, jumped onto my shoulder or something. And he's way too big to be doing that. But Jak and Daxter is Naughty Dog's, like, first foray into development on PlayStation 2. If I'm remembering correctly, this was originally being developed as a PlayStation 1 title. And there's that first ad break pop-up, so that's perfect. But it was originally being developed as a PS1 title. Sony Interactive came up to them and said, hey, we've got this brand new PlayStation 2 coming up, and we want Jak and Daxter to be one of the first games to kind of release on the console. How possible is that? And Naughty Dog, of course, they wanted to deliver one of the highest quality games they could for this new console to really, like, be in the good graces of PlayStation. Because I don't think Naughty Dog Interactive had been officially, like, bought by Sony at that point. I don't think they were a first-party developer. I could be wrong on that. But they really wanted Jak and Daxter to count and matter. So they rewrote everything. And they wrote a code that was like wholly unique to this game. Nobody had ever done anything like it. It was unique to the PlayStation 2, which is why Jak and Daxter in particular has been such a difficult game to port over to other like consoles and emulators and everything like that. But they went and they fucking did it. And they delivered one of probably the PlayStation 2's most visually and technically impressive titles. Whenever we play, I'll make note on it a few times, but there are virtually no load screens. Whenever you're going from zone to zone, they are cleverly hidden in gameplay functionalities or in like cutscenes. They do a really good job of hiding those load screens and wait times like other video games have. And the world is pretty connective and seamless. It's a lot like Dark Souls. There's a particular point in the game, and it's actually a trophy that we'll need for this platinum run that we'll be doing, where you have to stand on top of this tower and look off at the very first village that you set off from at the beginning of the game. And you can see every single place that you went to or will go to in the game as you're playing. It is that connected. And hello, Whimsy. Good to see you. And Angriest Biscuits is currently on a 5-stream streak. That is impressive. Congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back, because I'd come and do it myself, but on account of you being skit now, I'm worried I might grasp the biscuit and like take a bite out of it. Best not to do that. We like our viewers here. The less of you I eat, the better. Take with that what you will. I was surprised, by the way, we were playing this on the PlayStation 5, the new emulator that Game Candy, I think, is who's doing these. It's the new emulation engine that Sony's using going forward. Because there was a Jak and Daxter for PS4 and PS5 before, or PS4. And it was basically a direct port of the PlayStation 3 version, complete with the very same trophy list. This one has a different trophy list from that one, and I have mixed feelings about that. We're playing that version on the PS5. I was surprised to see it is in widescreen. I thought that they would have opted for the 4:3 aspect ratio, or they would have a toggle where you can pick between the two. I think that would have been neat. They went straight widescreen. Jak and Daxter on the PS2 did support widescreen, so that is within the realm of its like capabilities and what it's all about. So no gripe there. I was just surprised to see it. Hello, Raccoon. Good to see you. I left the trash lid open. Have at it. But let's get started, shall we? Let's get our Electro Swing muted. Let's get our groovy Jak and Daxter menu open. Oh yeah, look at that sniffer. Say no more. You got it. How's everyone today? Pretty good. We're about to get started on Jak and Daxter. You're here just in time. You beat that first ad break. Like, I saw you come in with the baseball bat. You were ready to take its kneecaps. I don't think that's going to be necessary. Let me take a look at what options we get. What will... Oh, wait a second. Oh, we can change the aspect ratio if we want to. That is really cool. Okay, so it's a game that, yes, this game let you change the aspect ratio from the menu. That's really neat. And then we also get the start button option. What does this let us do? These are visual presets, colors, customize button, enhancements. No, we want to have those on. That's a lot of like built-in smoothing and stuff like that. We can change our region buttons, or we can change the region outright. We should be on the NTSC version. Yeah. But if you want the British dub, I don't think it's different for Jak and Daxter. But the frame rate will be 50 instead of 60. Or 24 instead of 30? I can't remember. Anyway, it will change the frame rate, because a lot of these PAL titles back on the PlayStation 1 and 2, they did not support the 60 hertz that, you know, NTSC Japanese and American panels could do. They were locked to 30, or 24 and 50, which was really weird and strange. And a lot of these original PlayStation 1 and 2 titles, so like old emulators that they're porting over, a lot of those were the PAL version. That's hilarious. I was hurting way before I was 60. No. Not that hurts. But definitely understand, Wizard. Good to see you. Welcome in. But because I feel it too. I'm 29, and like, brother, my knees are gone, my back hurts, and oh boy, I don't know how much longer I have. It'll be a miracle if I see 30. Oh goodness. But cool. Okay, so they give us those options, and then we of course get our in-game options, which is great. Hello, Luna. Good to see you too. Look at that little dancer. Hashtag no knees gang. Hell yeah, rise up. No knees gang. Where you at? Show of hands. Who lost their kneecaps well before their time? we demand justice from corporate healthcare. Howdy. Okay, Luna's got no kneecaps. Great. Or are you saying howdy? Yes, this is the Jak and Daxter. And then sound options. Oh, actually, yeah. What do we get here? Okay, so regular volume, music mix. I like that everything's kind of pre-mixed. I was wondering if they gave us like Dolby Pro Logic 2 and like 2.1 and 5.1 channel mixing, because I know some games on the PlayStation 2 did support that. A lot of them actually supported Dolby Digital Pro Logic 2. Kingdom Hearts namely. And man, if you got the right surround sound system for that, and you put that bad boy on Dolby Pro Logic 2, your ears are in for a treat. That is the way Yoko Shimomura intended for you to enjoy her music. But let's go back, new game. And yes, I would like to make a digital PS2 memory card, even though the PS5 doesn't really do that. It's all just files. There we go, creating game save. Huzzah! I have played Jak and Daxter way too many times at this point. I have platinumed it on the PlayStation 4 version, which I actually streamed that one. I did that back before I was doing PNG tubing. I was having like way too many cocktails, and my friends were hanging out.
Searching for the answers that my father and my father's
Where? Wait.
failed to find.
Where are the subtitles?
Who were the precursors?
We're supposed to have
The
subtitles.
monoliths that litter our planet. How did they harness eco? The life
I'm gonna hold that
of the
thought.
world?
Yeah, we're supposed to have
What
subtitles.
was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall.
I love this opening.
Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet.
So immediately,
So it seems the
I can
answer
tell
begins
this
not
is
with
a
careful research or sensible thinking. Nay,
very noticeably
as with
visually
many of fate's
improved
mysteries,
version.
It begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Yeah, this is pretty impressive. The smoothing is a lot better than the old PS4 emulator version. Like, this is how I remember it looking on the PS2. And then this is also better looking, like, smoothing wise than the PS3 HD collection version.
Possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
I think her name is Moira. Moira is a certified baddie, by the way.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack?
She is
This
Jak and
place was made
Daxter's
of
Wood,
crates.
alongside one other character who we'll get to. Woman, neuron activation.
Whoa, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that, Doc? Ooh.
It's Moira or
It sure
Myra,
looks
one of
like it.
those.
The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble!
I love the enemy designs in Jak and Daxter. Hell, the designs in general are just so good.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What?
Trying to remember the voice actor for Daxter? Shoot, yeah. Let me pull that up real quick.
I'm fine.
Because I'm supposed to know this, too. No, don't have me look up Jak and Daxter and tell me there's like a film in development. No, don't do that to me.
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding
It's
my
Max
wisdom,
Casella.
the two of you went
Yeah, oh, thank you,
around
Raccoon.
the
Beat
only
me to
place
it.
that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion...
And Jak in the first game is actually voiced by Danny
I
DeVito.
couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north.
Tara Strong played a role in the second game. Yeah, I think she was one of the, like, resistant ladies. Who's another certified baddie from Jak 2.
To turn their ends on for quite a while.
Jak and Daxter series has some, like, some bodacious baddies.
Volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over.
And there is
That
Wood
what
number
could
2.
produce
Hello,
you. I
Kira.
just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Another woman. Another neuron activation. Both my brain cells are active now. Would? Yes. Respectfully, would.
Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
You couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do
I love the
anything
like
else, you
explanation of the
better
game
walk
here,
and get
though.
some practice on Geyser Rock.
Everything you need
We
to
won't
know,
find any more of that
explained in
dark
one
eco stuff,
short
will we? 'Cause I'd
cutscene.
hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Basically, the entire gist of the game is collect the precursor orbs and precursor cells and then beat the bad guys. Congratulations, you've learned Jak and Daxter. Now this is our first kind of tutorial area.
With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
That's great, Kira. Thank you. Before we continue, let me go back into options, because I swear there's a way to get subtitles. Speech volume. Back. Game options, perhaps. Vibration on, play hints on, language English. Yeah, weird. Huh. Oh yeah, also PlayStation 2 kind of quirk. When you press circle, it's the same as pressing X. Triangle and square are our back buttons. There we go. I love the back sound effect too. And that one. Ooh, that's nice. I love these menu sounds. I'm gonna play in the menu for a minute. Ah, good stuff. I love it. Anyway, so no, it looks like we can't turn subtitles on, which is, I guess it's a thing for, like the PlayStation 3 version, and I had just forgotten that. It's been a hot minute since I played my PS2 copy, that whenever I popped it in the PS3 and played that version, that was just conditioned to expect, oh, you can press square for subtitles at any point, sort of like in Uncharted. Because that was like a carryover from the Jak and Daxter games. Do I remember when X used to be the accelerator button for racing games instead of the right trigger? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yes, I do remember. Namely Gran Turismo. And Luna, thank you for the hydrate. I'm putting that in the back pocket. I did just finish my iced coffee here. Yeah, like, that was a thing for racing games. Need for Speed, that was the case. Gran Turismo, for sure. Because Gran Turismo made, like, a whole fucking point out of it. All the way back from the PlayStation 1, where... Or no, PlayStation 2 onward. PlayStation 2 onward. Where it had pressure-sensitive buttons. The harder you mashed on that X button, the faster your car went. More press, more go. It was as simple as that. And they kept that with the PlayStation 3, and then by the time we got to the PlayStation 4, pressure sensitivity on the buttons was lost, but it didn't matter because at that point, the triggers became your accelerator in the vast majority of racing games. And to be fair, you could go into the settings all the way back as early as Gran Turismo 3 on the PlayStation 2 and swap the button map for the accelerator from X to the right trigger if you so desired. But the pressure-sensitive buttons felt way, way better. But yes, Hawks, Jak and Daxter. Do you remember the absolute vibe of playing Need for Speed Underground, rolling into your garage, and Get Low starts playing? Yes, except for me, it was Need for Speed Underground 2. I never had Underground 1, but I played the hell out of Underground 2, and I still have my copy. That is absolutely something that might show up in a Retro Game Room stream in the future. And in Underground 2, instead of it being Get Low with Lil Jon, it was Riders on the Storm, and it was the, like, remix version featuring The Doors and Snoop Dogg. And it's such, like, a chilled out version. It's a really good one. Like, The Doors, their versions, peak, of course. Like, one of the best Doors songs you can listen to. But the like, Snoop Dogg remix, man, it's lit. Now I realize you were talking about the pressure-sensitive face buttons on PS2. Yes, we were. Which I'm going to stop and talk about a lot of that shit, I'm sure, with this game, because Jak and Daxter really, like, showcases the PlayStation 2 and its buttons and its capabilities really darn well. Yeah, Riders on the Storm was so nice. Like, that game introduced me to so many of the artists that I listen to on the regular. It's the adaptive triggers on the PS2. No. PS2 didn't really have much of adaptive triggers. At least I don't remember it having heavy use of its adaptive triggers. So face buttons were pressure sensitive, but that was about it. The triggers, I think, were just kind of... It's the adaptive triggers on the PS2. Not on, but of. I need clarification. I'm confusion. How can this be Kansas and this is not Arkansas? America, explain. Yeah, the top buttons being pressure sensitive, I don't remember that. Adaptive triggers of the PlayStation 2 is in the weird controller gimmick of the PS2. Yeah, I don't remember it having adaptive triggers. I don't remember that at all. PS5. Yeah, I'm sorry that this is becoming gapping about the PS2, by the way. Except, no, I'm not. This is like what the whole channel's about. The PS5's got the, what's the word for it? Adaptive triggers. Yeah, it's adaptive triggers. Where they like, will push back against you depending on the game settings if they make use of it. PS5 does that. PS2 doesn't. There's like a first with the DualSense. But it doesn't have the pressure sensitive buttons. Where's I going with this? I got sidetracked. Retro Coffee Retro Sports Showcase featuring Need for Speed Underground, Tony Hawk's Underground, Need for Speed, NFL Street 2, and so much more. I have never played one of the NFL Street games. Switch this around. The adaptive triggers are the pressure-sensitive face buttons of the DualSense 5. That, yes, okay, that correlates. That my two brain cells are both like shaking their hands in agreement that checks. That makes sense. You've done it. You've come through to Chewy Coffee. NFL Street is a trip because it gives you upgrades when you can just run on walls to avoid enemy players. Oh, so it was like Madden saw Super Mario Brawlers and said, hey, let's do that. But they made it an NFL game. Because they also had like NBA Street, right? That was kind of the same vein. That's when EA Sports went like the extreme route. And they wanted like alternative power-up kind of heavy games to like kind of fit the vibe of the GameCube more. Because those were most prominent on GameCube. Yeah, EA Sports Big. I remember that. Because I think one of the later SSX games kind of fell within that big category. NFL Street 2 is peak for American football games, and no one will ever change my mind. No one has to. Yeah, SSX is goated. I played the hell out of SSX Tricky. That was the one that I had and played, like, ungodly amount of hours on. And also a great game soundtrack, because it had Tricky by Run DMC. This beat is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock a rhyme that's right on time. The trick. Here we go. Anyway, Jak and Daxter, what we were doing. Yes, let's get to it, because we're here at our first kind of trophy location. Parappa the Rapper type beat. Dude, if they re-released or made a new Parappa the Rapper and it's all like licensed music, which it absolutely does not need, mind you, I'd be all for it. So the trophy here, let me pull up my trophy list real quick. If it'll, where's my, there we go, trophy list. So collect all power cells and Geyser Rock. That's simple enough. But we've got one down here that correlates with Geyser Rock. Travel to the blue eco platform in 12 or few jumps in Geyser Rock. That is the challenge. When we getting Chewy rapping now? Anywhere between now and never. So I'm gonna lean more towards never. I'm not a rapper. And then everybody like throws their head back. Whoa! And then I'll say something like Cavett, coffee mug, trench coat. Call me Cravett, coffee mug, trench coat. I'm not a rapper. And then they all do it again, and like one guy just absolutely, falls in front of the camera, dies, his body leaves his soul, or his soul leaves his body. And then what's the other, like, the big line from it? Here's my number, psych. That's the wrong number. I'm not a rapper. I love that video. I think I can come right here. Yeah, I think I can come right here just to avoid... Oh, God. Oh, no. Uh-oh. I gotta remember how to do the... I don't think that counts as a jump. I think you can do the roll and it not count as a jump.
These floating egg-shaped
Yes,
things are
thank you.
precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Whoa. Alright. Collect thing. Got it. Reminding us that Jak and Daxter is a collectathon. That works. Oh, but that's a jump.
This is a power cell.
That is a power cell.
Precursor artifact you can find.
Indeed.
You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav zoomer.
Uh-huh. Saving data. And get used to this animation. This will play every time we grab a power cell. No exceptions. When following icon appears, your progress is being saved. While this icon is on screen, do not remove the memory card, PS2, or turn off your system. Continue. Okay. Nice. And I'm gonna avoid all of the collectibles that's just gonna get in the way. And then I know we can grab, like, green eco orbs, get our health back, because that avoided one of the jumps for us.
Blue eco, which contains the energy of motion.
Mm-hmm.
Blue eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts.
Stealing the retro sports showcase thing for yourself? Go for it. I haven't laid claim on it. It does sound fun as hell, like doing a retro game room style show, but only for like EA Sports titles. Plus, after we get to this platform, if I've done it right. Ooh, very nice. If I've done it right, I'll just be able to turn right around and get all those precursor orbs that I kind of skipped along. Because this criterion is just to get there in 12 jumps or less. And I'm hoping that the rolls count. Alright, we'll have to do a jump there. And that's our platform there, I think.
Is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Need to track down a new SSX on tour copy for GameCube. I've been wanting to replay this so fucking badly. Well, you are gonna get a helping right here, Ari. Good to see you. Welcome in. I love Jak and Daxter. Oh, and get ready for that cutscene again. Look at Daxter breaking down moves. I used to be able to dance like that.
Work. The blue eco caused the door to open.
This was your childhood fixation? Nice. Okay, so while the like real ones were out there playing Kingdom Hearts, you're playing Jak and Daxter. Also, like a real one. Ooh, that might have hurt us there.
Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco.
The what happened?
Pick up 50 small green eco.
The bite of 87?
One big green one
Was that the bite of 87?
for health.
In the time before the knees were lost. Yeah. That was before I lost my knees.
You can
I-
jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
What if I, like, you know, don't? Okay, and then, oh, I've not been keeping tabs on jumps. I've not been keeping tabs on jumps. Chewie's just a floating torso is canon now? What? Oh, yeah, it's canon. It's what I've become. And trophy? Trophy? Trophy. No? No. Damn. Okay, so I jumped more than 12 times. But that's okay. I think if we start back from right here, we can just keep going. Oh, look at that. So that's actually really cool. We see the level of detail of this game on full effect. So the closer I get to these platforms, they kind of morph into being fully rendered. And that was a like processor RAM saving feature of the PlayStation 2 that like level of detail model like switches like that had always kind of existed on the PS1. Not to like a huge wide degree. Most PS1 games solved the rendering issue by having that fog effect that I'm sure anyone familiar with the PS1 will remember. PS2 tried to avoid that, so they used heavy use of level of detail kind of render mechanisms and techniques. And Jak and Daxter, it did it a hella ton. I love these idle animations, by the way. So we can see like the LOD model change right before our very eyes. And shoot, I've come down here. Let me leave and come back.
You can't come back through the warp gate until you find all 4 power cells on this island.
Oh, there was another one? Oh, sure enough. Okay. I might need to pull up a quick guide on how to do, Geyser Rock under 12 jumps. Let me see. Anyone found out how to do the 12 jump trophy? I love that that's the first one. Dexterous Performance, Precursor Legacy. Eventually start as you jump out the portal of Geyser Rock, with this trophy acting as a reference to a known speedrunning category for the Precursor Legacy. Thankfully, due to how the game opts to categorize the difference between its jumpings, this can be relatively easy enough to trophy to obtain. Also be noted that the game seems to consider any usage of the X button as a jump. This includes doing punch uppercuts, slam dives, high jumps, or getting out of the water. Pulling Jack up from hanging off a ledge does not count as a jump. Okay, so that's good. Any usage of the button will count towards the trophy total, so refrain from doing it unless it's absolutely required. Damage boosting method, yada yada yada. This method includes cutting down on jumps as much as possibly can, and the primary way of doing so is finding spots where Jack can abuse damage boosts to get over obstacles throughout Geyser Rock. You'll find spots where Jack needs to jump over beds of spikes to progress. However, since the game features knockback, or the sheer majority of these, you can simply run into the spikes, tank the damage, and use the knockback from it to essentially bounce over, saving the jump. Otherwise, your primary means of jumping should always be the high jump, L1 plus square, or X, being used with a spin attack at the end. This gives you your highest and longest lasting jump and will remove any need to perform double jumps, which will contribute double the count. Also be noted, however, that you'll have to return to for the scout fly boxes, as destroying these involves the use of slam dive, which constitutes a jump. At the very start, jump kick and circle. So like right here, that's what we should have done. And then from here, walk towards the spike, hit it to push across, repeat this again for the next spike bit. If done correctly, you'll have the 1 of 3 left, and we'll be next to the scout fly. Oh, okay, and then one of the spikes, we can just kind of shimmy across. You've been wanting to replay the Jak and Daxter series because you never actually had a chance to beat 3. Oh, okay. I have only ever played Jak and Daxter. I'm gonna get myself killed first. Oh no, hey, that's pretty good. And in this one, we can just kind of shimmy across. I love it. Get our health back right there. I didn't press X, so that was not one of our jumps. Right, might have to use a jump there. And then I think we have to use a jump there. This is very silly, but I think I saw I was getting elevation. Alright, fuck it, we're using the jump. And then that's gonna kill me. Oh, good. That reset everything. So that is exactly what I wanted. And then, does it say I need to get the scout flies while doing this? I actually like what they did with it, but I played Jak and Daxter the most for sure. My determination to find out how the story got was enough to get me to push through. I need to finish Jak 2. The reason I, like, kind of stopped on Jak 2 is the trophies are a little ludicrous, and I should have been just playing the game, like, on my own to enjoy it my first time, instead of focusing so much on trying to get the platinum. And then I've never gotten to Jak 3. And I've never played Jak X, and I've never played Lost Frontiers, or whatever, whatever the, like, flying one was. You like Jak and Daxter, but you're way more into Ratchet and Clank. Fair. PlayStation 2 had so many good platformers, 3D platformers. Never played Jak X or the other one either. Well, one of them was like a PSP title, and then it got released on the PlayStation 2, like real late in its life cycle. I think the PS3 was out by that point. Yeah, it's just telling me it can be shimmied across. Green Echo for my health back. Perch for Spike Pit. Run across it using the damage boost. Do not have to do this, but you have to save yourself a jump. You can roll in a slant off edge. This will make you grab the ledge, allow you to pull yourself and save a jump. Sorry, reading over this like quick guide, and then they got a video I can watch too. But I think I've got it from here, so let's go and get to this first one. Sorry about that. I want to get this trophy because I am going for platinum. And then these bad boys, they don't drop green eco. But these do. Sweet. Okay, and that's one health gone. Literally just platinum this. Hope you're having fun. The double jump is kind of funky to control, huh? Yes. I'm just trying to get through the, this is one I could have shimmied across. Damn. Anywho, trying to get the under 12 jumps at Geyser Rock to get this platinum. We're on the newer PS5 emulator. You can spin attack over some of the pits, you think? That sounds right. Well, if you do the jump and spin attack, it does. But let me... Like, that has to be a jump. I was hoping I'd get more green eco orbs from that. So that's 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jump. I think the guide said those would have to be jumps. And then I think this one is going to have to be a jump. This one's going to have to be a jump. That doesn't count. I think I can go over the rock here. Oh. Yes. Okay, cool. That saves us a jump. I'm not going to worry about that blue eco because we already got this door open. I can swim. Yeah, Jak can swim. Now, whenever he goes up to the edge, does he grab? He does not appear to. What about right here? Alright, might have to use it. Damn it. Alright, that was a waste of a jump. That's a jump. We might have a similar kind of ledge grab situation here. Darn. Damn it, that's a jump. Ah, shoot. That thing gave me near enough height. I feel like that's way too many jumps. We're about to find out.
Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Oh yeah, the uppercut. Yeah. And this guy didn't make mention of the uppercut either, so I don't know how it's gonna treat that. Okay, we're fully healed up. Yeah, that was too many jumps. And then the uppercut doesn't get me high enough, which is why it says to do that here. Now, before I go jumping on the... Nah, that doesn't get me enough verticality. We'll try it again. Okay, so we've got one jump. One jump so far. No, you are not backseating too much. It's precisely the kind of area where any tips and tricks are helpful, because we're like almost an hour in and I haven't even like started the game proper. We've been doing a lot of yapping and a lot of like just talking about, god damn it, just a lot of talking about Jak and Daxter and its development history. Okay, but that works out because now we're back here. This time it's for real, people. The uppercut's huge, by the way. And then also Moderoonies, if you guys want to start on passing out shouties, that would be greatly appreciated. Plenty of folks to shout out today. Alright, and this one we're gonna have to, like, take the brunt of it, which is fine. Break that, get these orbs. And then we can shimmy across this one without taking damage. Get that orb back. Smack that. And then I'm gonna try and do the uppercut here again. Almost. Now I can use it here. Because it's only counting the amount of time. Oh, let me grab that. It's only counting the amount of times I press X. So if I don't press X... Oh, shit. That's fine. That's fine. We got to the other side. We're still alive. And then I think that's the last of our spikes. And we got health back, but it's not. Alright, and then right here... Oh, I was on the rock for a second. Alright, we're gonna have to use a jump there. That doesn't get me high enough, but I can do that. Aha! I think I might. Yeah, this might be the one right here. I'm starting to believe. Hey, got our health back. Sweet. Ow. That's fine. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Oh god damn it. Oh, but we have this. We have the technology. We have the technology. We can save it. There we go. And then huzzah. And yeah, all right, Daxter's performance. Let's go. Now I can run through it like normal, like any sane individual would. And I remember what the last precursor orb power cell that we have to grab is. Oh, we gotta get all of the scout plays.
Hey,
Yeah, I forgot that these, like, emulator versions will let you do the rewind, like on the Nintendo Virtual Console. Now I can jump to my heart's content. Now that I'm not confined and locked to a silly jump challenge. But that was, like, our hardest trophy right there. And Training Isle, collect all power cells and Geyser Rock. Now I need to run around and get all the Precursor Orbs.
I had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
Yes, Kira. Kira, I'm sure that I could. And with the blue eco, it increases our speed, as Green Sage was telling us earlier. So this shit's pretty great. It's good to have. It comes in handy. And whenever we collect all the Precursor Orbs here, we should get another pop-up. Not a trophy, but a pop-up telling us that we did it. I don't have to kill all the training dummies. I'll get all these in water. Yeah, which, this is why I was skipping all the collectibles for this stage. And I want to say there are going to be 50 on this training aisle. Yeah, now we should have 4 more right here, and that'll be all of them. That's all but one. Where's that there it is. Alright, and that should be the last one. Yeah, there we go. Now we can leave here, because we are going to need all... I think it's 3,000 power cells, or Precursor Orbs. Oh, thank you, tree, for breaking my fall. That, wow. Alright then. That should have killed me. Or hurt me at the very least. Green Sage's hut, let's warp. And let's get this show, like, actually started. An hour in, finally. And I'm gonna say no mods are available and present, so I'll do these shouties on my own.
That's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem.
Scroll
We got the
up
moves,
top.
eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine.
Any and all of these names, by the way, please go and support them as your verbal reminder to be following each other.
My darn green
I think I did that shouty a little too fast.
Head out to the far side of the beach.
There we go. Oh, it double did it. Well, that's fine.
They'll take you right there. Now, all of you.
That's what Claudian gets for just barely missing first, second, and third, but making up for it. And thank you kindly anytime, Shadowquill. And then, Raccoon. Gotta get Raccoon. The trashiest of trash dogs. Raccoon's more closely related to dogs or cats. I can't remember. Get Wizard. Scrolling through dogs. Thank you, Biscuits. Get you while I'm at it. Hey, Mills. You love Jak and Daxter? Hell yeah. And Shady just bit the angriest biscuits. You might want to get that checked out. Can't forget Luna. Let me get Looney. There we go. There's Looney. Scrolling through. Got everyone here. Oh, Adaro. Adaro. Thank you, Shady, for the daily nibble. Yes. Gotta get that daily nibble in. You are up to date on your shots, right, Biscuits? Just making sure. Oh, and Ari. Need to get Ari. There's Ari. Get a little shouty for Ari. And... oh, Virtue. Virtue. There we go. You are for now. Good, good. And then that's me. That's a lot of me doing shouties. So that is everyone up to date. Have you played this before? Yes, I have played Jak and Daxter a plethora of times. I've got the Platinum on PS3 and PS4. We are playing the PS5 emulator version, so we got a couple of new nifty tricks up our sleeve, namely the pause feature, where we can rewind and go back frames whenever I mess up like a goob. And we got a new trophy set to try and clear up. Which, let me pull that up real quick and we'll just quickly glance over the rest of them. Most of them are collect all the power cells in the various areas that we're going to go to, which is a lot different from the previous game, but it covers the same categories. Like the previous game, it kind of gave you nudge nudge wink winks on some of the lesser known power cells that you could get by telling you about the mini games, which were of varying quality.
Heat shield working.
And Kira, we will come talk to you in a moment. Fret not. You were too fine not to talk to. Those are all still power cells, power cells, power cells, power cells. Goal of Maya Citadel. Yeah. Defeat Gull and Maya. Reach the top of the Forbidden Temple without running out of blue eco. That's going to be another... That's a new one. Not a difficult one, but it's a new one. Break 15 barrels in Rock Village is also a new one. Oh, and then the all-green eco chest on the slides in the Lost Precursor City. That is a new one. Can't stay for long, but I just read the Sonic Unleashed Recompiled project. Turns out there's a recompiler out for PS2 now. That's neat. Earn a record time of 40 seconds or better on the Gorge and Precursor Basin. I want to say that one is going to be pretty easy to do. I think you have to beat 40 seconds to get a Precursor Orb anyway. 25 cooling balloons and lava tube without dying. That one's going to be a little tricky, but not terrible. And then that's the one I was talking about where you can look back at the starting village from where we end the game. And then all Precursor Orbs. So yeah, collect everything. And then you have to get all the hoverflies, because one of the Precursor Orbs per each area is to collect all the Scoutflies.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Her comeback's great.
I don't date animals.
You don't know what you're missing.
And then the smack's so good.
If you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an
Thank you,
ancient
Shady, for the
precursor
hydrate, by the
pipeline
way.
hidden deep underground.
I'm gonna
Some
need
of
it
these
after my
pipes enter
jaw
vents from
drops
which
talking to
eco
Kira.
flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Sounds good. Gotta go somewhere. I don't know where. You're just kidding, I do. Why is everyone mean to the recently mutated village member? Just because they don't know it's Daxter. Also, it's like my headcanon that Daxter was already like a loser in the village that nobody really liked, and Jack was his only friend. And if we come in and talk to all the homies in the village, we'll get some more.
Looks like Scoutflies are always in red boxes.
Yes, Daxter, we established that. But if you come and talk to all the homies in the village, they'll tell you other tasks that you can complete. And we get more of these wonderful character designs. Hey, thank you for the shouties. Sorry you were watching the DMC anime earlier. You didn't hear. Oh, no problemo, Raccoon.
That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
90 precursor orbs? That's 40 more than I got, dude. I'll think about it. But telling us how we can get 2 more power cells right there.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a
most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway?
It's always 90.
Power cell in return.
Sure, Uncle. I would not mind at all.
Oh, yes, my boy, very good, yes. Take your weird, freaky, talking cat with you whenever you leave out, if you would be so kind. Remember, I need 90 precursor orbs. I'll be on my way.
Hey! Little furry dude!
I love this guy.
I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in
That's getting in some, like, Jak 2 and 3 territory.
I couldn't chisel my way out of a box.
Which we will play at some point on the channel here as well. But I've been meaning to do a replay of Jak and Daxter for this new Platinum for a while.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island.
Yes, we are.
Are we?
Yep. Yeah, we are. Misty Island, such a cool area, but it's got some of the most annoying precursor orbs. Just because there are a few that are quite easy to miss. Am I gonna play the Jak games outside the trilogy? Oh, talking about like whatchamacallit, Jak X and Precursor, the Lost Frontier. And Daxter. Keep forgetting about Daxter. Probably. Maybe. I know the Jak X Racing, whatever, that one's not a terrible Platinum. Terrible game, but not a terrible to obtain Platinum. And then, oh, what was the other one? Lost Frontier is also a pretty easy, albeit a little grindy, of a Platinum. I feel like Jak 2 retconned a lot of things. Yeah, it's certainly, like, it showed that Naughty Dog very kind of abruptly wanted to go a different direction with Jak and Daxter. And I think a lot of that was not to the original plan. I saw some sort of a video essay that did a pretty good job of, like, covering exactly the, like, changes and things that kind of occurred while developing Jak 2. Because I could have sworn the plan was to keep it a, kind of a platform adventure-y kind of game, but then SIE, they wanted another action shooter, so they shifted gears. And some of it worked, and some of it didn't. Oh, hello, Pelican. Yep. Well, we'll come get you in a moment. Patience, Daxter, I'm trying to get these orbs. I need this cannon to do so. Ow, fuck. Alright. Rewinding for that. There we go. And one more. Oh, two more. Almost have enough for one of the precursor orbs over at, or power cells over in Sandover. How did that not break it? Come on. Ow, don't bounce on my head. There we go, perfect. Bonk for real. And then we got some in the water, which I will come grab those momentarily. I got more worms. And we got this one right here to grab. Nice. Oh, and they got rid of the trophy to get eaten by the big fish. I was a little upset by that. I remember that being such a fun trophy to grab in the PS3 and 4 versions. Daxter, we will go back when I say we go back. Right now, we got more stuff to do here at Sentinel Beach. Fish scared you as a kid? I think that fish scared a ton of people as a kid. Fish don't drink coffee, that's why. Oh, it all makes sense now. I should have known. Of course. And one more. That auto spit out another one. There we go. And then Jak and Daxter, its menu, does this really nifty thing where...
I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time.
Yeah, I got a lot to do, Sage. No.
Things don't work out.
Go, leave.
Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
But what I was gonna say is, the menu does... Not that menu. The menu does this really nifty thing where you can see your totals on precursor orbs, power cells, scout flies, and that is showing you per area. So if you go and press X, it'll tell you how many you have for Sentinel Beach in particular, and you can scroll through and see every area that you've been to. Out of a total of 2,000 in the game, which I thought it was 3,000. But I guess it is just 2. That or... No, I think it is just 2,000. And then Sentinel Beach, Sentinel Village. We got all the ones that guys are rock. So this is like a nifty checklist. And then you can do the same with your scout flies total. Good stuff. I love games that give you like an active checklist to keep on top of things. And it's like such an essential part, I would say, of collectathon style games. Like if you're making a collectathon game and you don't give players that, shame on you. You know what you've done. Alright, got all that. More enemies. Get you guys out of here. Let's get this beach cleared. And then here's a fun, like, hidden one that isn't immediately cleared to the player. And so we got these seagulls.
Seagulls! Let's buzz them for kicks.
Yes, let's buzz them for kicks. And one more. One more? Why are they not doing... There we go. Who'd have thunk seagulls would do that? And I think whenever I first played the game, that was one of the last precursor orbs, power cells, that I found, just because that one is so, like, kind of obscure. Unless you listen to Daxter and do what he says, you aren't gonna get that one. Because that one doesn't really unlock naturally like the others. Oh, and real quick, just because I want to show off the fish. Hi, fishy. Ah, good shit. But yeah, I just wanted to show him off real quick. Yeah, we'll turn around. So in the PS3 and 4 version, there's a trophy for letting them gobble you up. So it's one of the ones that got dropped in PS5 version. Oh, and then these precursor orbs. I never thought to look under here whenever I was on, I think it was a PS4 version. And then one of these lookout towers has a precursor orb up in it. I think it's this one right here. And boop, grab that. Oh, we do get different cutscenes for collecting. It's not always Daxter, you know, doing the spin dance move. He also does the robot. So we do get some variations. He is not a one-trick pony after all. Or a one-trick Otzel. Which, for some Uncharted trivia and fun, Jak is called, or Daxter, the little critter, the weasel otter mix that he has become, is called an Otzel. And in Uncharted, Nathan is wearing an Otzel swimsuit, like, wetsuit, whenever you're playing the opening sequence of the game. It says Otzel on it in a reference to Jak and Daxter. I don't think the Otzel name got name dropped until Jak 2 or 3. It was never said in the first game. I do know that much. And I don't think it was in any of the like promotional material either. Alright, got another scout fly there. Get that crab. This is a crab-free zone. No crabs on my beach. Yeah, I want to say it was Jak 3. Because it was like one of the big reveals of Jak 3 without going into details of what that said reveal was. And then these, the ones that are underwater. Me when Lady from DMC. You were surprised by that reveal? I think the reveal is what makes Jak 3 such like a decisive game, or divisive game. Because you either love that reveal because it like, of course, or you hate that reveal because of course. If you know, you know. There we go. I think that's all the underwater... Nope. We got 4 more over here. And then we got to get up to that pelican. And up we go. And then we're at 148 out of 150. Oh, this one... how many did this area have? We've got like 4. Oh, we have 150 total. We've got 94 out of Sentinel Beaches. Okay. I was a little confused. Just casually uppercutting a pelican.
Quick! We have to get to the power cell before the pelican scoops it up again.
Alright, grab that before the pelican does. I think I grabbed the right one? Or did I just grab the one from the... I got the one from the pelican, right? Yeah, okay. That's from the pelican. I didn't know if that was the one from the pelican or the one that came down the waterfall. Oh, shit. There we go. The one from the geyser, it fell up... the other way, I think. I won't be able to get over there from here, so let me turn around. Oh, there it is. That's the waterfall one. And then I think one of the power cells here we will not be able to grab until a little bit later in the game, because we got to open up the blue eco vent, which that is tied to that jungle area that we've been pointed towards a few times. And these are fun right here. So those will only open if you're supercharged. And if you miss any of the orbs for whatever reason, you have to open it again. Big egg. Let's get that pushed over.
Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
Because that's totally how you hatch an egg. That would not cause any harm to the chick.
We might want to talk to the bird watcher and see if we scramble that flood egg.
In a moment, Daxter, we're getting scout flies and precursor orbs. Where is our missing scout fly? And then we got a few precursor orbs still. Not here. I don't think one of them's up in the watchtower. Yeah, I don't remember there being one in the watchtower. Alright, let's talk to the crazy lady. Oh god. Her, like... her eyes going black whenever the LOD... it tones down a bit. That's a little terrifying. And then just, oh, there are my eyes.
Oh my! I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Thank you for the power cell. And hi, Flut Flut. We'll see you later.
No!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Sounds good, lady. Takes them off our hands. Until later. Alright, got that. And then, where are my precursor orbs? They're not down there. That's where we got the power cell. They're not in the water. I got all the ones in the water. I think I got all the ones on the upper platform. They might be over this way. And then we got one more scout fly missing as well. Ah, there they are. I hadn't been up here. That's our last scout fly, and then we're still missing a precursor orb somewhere. Let me
All right! You found all the scout flies in this area.
That's great, Daxter. Precursor orbs. Oh, we're missing quite a few. Okay. And you know what? No. I think some of them are going to be locked to us until a little bit later in the game. Because there is a box, or a few boxes, that I'll need the blue eco from the jump pads there. So I think we are more or less done with Sentinel Beach for the time being. So we can return to Sandover Village, get some more progress and work done over there. And by that, I mean all of the work and stuff still needed. This is one of the only areas where we can't do everything upon our first visit. Yeah, because there's not enough blue eco from these pads to get us anywhere. And I love the music transitions from area to area. Kind of fades out and then fades in with the Sandover Village theme. Good stuff. Oh, and I heard a scout fly. I think it's down here. There we go. That's 4. Got 3 more. Oh, a bit of a texture pop in and out here and there. DualSense battery low. Uh-oh, I know what to do. Nobody saw that. There we go. Catastrophe avoided. Huzzah. This is an interesting version of Jak and Daxter, because it's got the like, texture pop-in and visual kind of cues of the PS2 version. But fidelity-wise, I would call this a better, higher quality than that PS3 version, which I mentioned earlier, but I'm really starting to feel and see that the more I look at it. Oh, I forgot you can press the trigger to, like, pull up your menu. Jak and Daxter also does that thing where it's got a minimal HUD, where it's rather unobtrusive. You don't even have a HUD unless you, like, call it in. Can I get the yaks moving before I'm talking to, Sam Elliott? Yes, I can. Wait, which way is his pasture? Oh, it's right there. We overshot.
Bring in the cops for the
Alright, in the Penito, big guy. Alright, there we go. That's one. We got one more that's over here. Let me grab this one. We'll get the furthest away. Don't punch yaks, by the way. It's not ethical. It wasn't cool during the PS2. It's not cool now. We gotta get that precursor orb. So everyone, I need you to turn a blind eye. I'm gonna need you to let me punch these yaks just this once. Take your scout fly real quick. It's not animal cruelty, it's animal cruelty. Cruelty, I cannot read, good God. Animal cruelty, you are absolutely right. Alright. And one more yak, I think. No, we got one more. In the pin you go. Last one. Hey, big fella. Let's get you back to your friends. No, other way.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Alright, now go talk to Sam Elliott. I love that if you do it before talking to him, Jack, like, or Daxter makes the comment, like, man, we did that free labor. We should go get paid for it.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
I wish the dialogue would change from the farmer, depending on if you talk to him beforehand or not. But I think it is the same dialogue, regardless of which order you do things. Some games would entertain your like, slight sequence-breaking behaviors, but not all. That's our way to Fire Canyon. Can't do anything here, so I'm going to turn right back around. I'll head up here.
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
And oh, what are they called? Oracle? Yeah, the Oracle is going to require 120 for each of its power cells, which we do not have enough for both of them. So I'm not going to take either of them.
Oracle like the sage always goes on about.
Who awakens the Oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
I love that even the Oracle's like, hey, pay up and I'll give you a power cell. Oh no, I've fallen and I can get back up. So let me just do that. Because I don't think I got the scout fly. I think I jumped right over to the, yeah, I didn't get the scout fly. And I left these orbs. There's our last scout fly. What do we need the cells for again? So you gotta collect X amount of power cells per area to be able to unlock the next zone. They're like a soft lock on progression. You don't need all of them to complete the game. But you do need most of them. Yeah, it's a power star. Dr. Claw cameo voice from Inspector Gadget. It does sound a lot like... Or is it, like, straight up Dr. Claw's voice actor? I would have to look that up. But it's very similar, if not the same. Yeah, we got that one. So let me jump down. We're not gonna give the Sage, or the Oracle any cells, but we do have enough to pay Uncle. So let's give some to our uncle.
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good.
I'd bet it's Sam, but can't confirm. I would pull up the IMDb list again, but I'm locked in now.
I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Alright, Uncle, enjoy your trip. They're gonna go show up in Uncharted or something. There'll be a skeleton. Poor guy. And then do I have enough to get both of the mayors? No. Because I need 180. Michael Gollum apparently only credited on this and Crash Team Racing. Oh, okay. Can definitely see Crash Team Racing. Because that would have been another Naughty Dog title. Are there any precursors?
The size of the bite that lurker shark took out of the fisherman's boat? We best stay way clear of them. I don't think we can tackle a creature that dag nasty.
Just telling you not to stay out of the water. All the gameplay mechanics and, like, dangers are explained to you through the dialogue, too. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where these last precursor orbs are, because we are missing 6 from Sandover. As an actor, at least, usually he's in the sound department. Very ahead of its time, come to think of it. Oh, like, explaining it through dialogue rather than, like, having text pop-up box to tell you everything. I love the minimalist approach, though, of Jak and Daxter. Like, it doesn't assault you with constant pop-up tutorial boxes. Almost everything's explained to you through very natural-sounding dialogue. Because they never tell you, I think, like, press the X button, press square, press circle. They have it in, like, the menu to tell you, but whenever the character is speaking to you, they say, like, you can use spin attacks, you can, you know, somersault, you can jump to get around the area, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, all of your side objectives, rather than you having a menu that tells you where to go and what to do, you just figure it out from the dialogue. And that was, like, a very old RPG kind of thing. And this was before games started to just slap a mini-map with all your objective markers, you know, over on the side. Huh. I've never noticed a giant green orb over there. Oh, it's the sun. Why is it green? Huh. How about that? Oh yeah, but we got like a day-night cycle, which is really cool for Jak and Daxter. This is one of the earliest games I can think of that had like a proper day-night cycle. And I think the music subtly changes for each area depending on if you're here during the day or the night. Like Sandover Village here, it got a little more subdued whenever night rolled around. If you wanted to be a jerk, he'd point to Castlevania. Oh, talking about like an earlier game with a day-night cycle. I've never played Castlevania. I need to, but as of right now, I never have. Where in the heckola? We got all the scout flies. Where are these 4 precursor orbs? And this is what drives me crazy, is whenever you get down to the last few like this. Damn. Because we can't go too far over to Sentinel Beach, because that just puts us on Sentinel Beach. You want me to trade you for some power cells? I'm not gonna do that right now. They're not over in Jack's hut. I'm gonna have to climb all the way back up to the stages. Yeah, the Oracle's rate is absurd. 120? Like, brother. I need those power cells, but not that bad. In this economy, I can't afford that. Oh, you know what? Maybe they are up here. No, never mind. They wouldn't be at Geyser Rock. We have no reason to go back to Geyser Rock. Can I talk to his plant? I can't remember. No.
Anyone at all? Come in.
Nope. Almost fell. I've been in all the huts. And then if I go too far beyond the farmer's house, that just takes me over to deep jungle. I don't think they're over by the Oracle. Let me jump back up and double check. No, yeah, they're not there. I got all the ones from there. And I got all the scout flies. I don't think there's an area where I'm supposed to dive underwater and get any. Oh, wait a minute. Are they over here in the rice paddy? No. And then, like, as soon as I'm right... Oh. Oh, wait, maybe... Maybe it's here. Oh, I bet it's right here. There we go, okay. Sandover Village done. And then all the other orbs are, we have to buy them, or we've got side quests we'll have to complete to get those orbs. So we're effectively done in Sandover for now. And welcome to the deep jungle. And there's a fishing mini game that we can do here that I want to go ahead and get out of the way. Because the fishing mini game sucks.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling
Because
up
completing this will unlock another area for us to go to.
Can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a...
No need to hate on my boy's fishing minigame. Nah, this minigame is the worst.
200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you with Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge?
On the PS3 and PS4 version, this was particularly difficult because of the, like, added latency compared to playing on just a PS2. It made it so much more difficult to control the net.
There are two types of good fish to catch. 1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
And nice quick explanation of our minigame.
Steady, boy.
Now, excuse me while I get locked in on fishing.
Steady, boy.
Shit.
Steady, boy.
Alright, not too bad. Steady, boy! Damn! Oh, missing the yellow one's rough. Oh, shit.
Here comes a big one. Missed.
Oh, goodness.
Steady, boy.
Oh, God, so many purple eels. Oh, nope. That's where I'm going to use my little exploit here.
Don't miss one like that again.
Let's go further back. Gotta love rewinds.
Right with you. Hold steady.
Oh, no. Nope, going back.
Looks like you can use it bigger. Here comes a big one. Hold steady. You did it.
There we go, okay.
Caught 200 pounds of fish.
Only had to rewind a couple times. That makes it so much better, too, by the way. Like, you couldn't do that on the PS3 and 4 version. So if you messed up, you had to start all the way back. You ruined Jak and Daxter for yourself by playing it on mute? Why would you do that? Why would you play it muted? Like, what is actually wrong with you? the sound design is like one of Jak and Daxter's strongest kind of attributes. I don't want to bother people with my game sound. Okay, fair. Frog. The sound, I don't remember so many animal groans being in the original game. I feel like maybe the PS3 version did some sound mixing changes, because I don't remember them being this prevalent. Sometimes the family console was placed in a worse spot, and there was nothing to be done about it. Yeah, like, growing up, our PS2 was, like, set up in the living room. So if I tried to, like, wake up late at night and sneak a game session in, I had to, like, turn the TV off, practically. Like, I had to mute the TV, just so I wouldn't wake anyone up. Because, man, that PS2 boot up sound effect... You'd wake everybody up in the damn house. You'd wake everyone up next door. There was no sneaking that.
And break the mirror, diverting the precursor beam.
But that was part of the charm of the PS2, is that like absolute ear assault that it would hit you with. I had the same with the family Wii. Oh yeah, like the Wii main menu was really loud. I do remember that. It wasn't as bad as, like, the PlayStation 1, where it sounded like late at night, that PS1 boot up sound was terrifying. Mandatory stealth sections of growing up. Ah, you had me at fiddling. Let's get it done, boys. Call me Charlie Daniel. Oh, the tower. Duh. There we go. Call me Charlie. Hello, Red.
Hey, we can follow the beam to find the next tower.
Give you a shotty real quick. Oh, hi, Red. You're my favorite customer. How is your sex life? I did not hit her. I did not. It is such bullshit. Oh, hi, Mark. And we need to go to the next pointer thingy, and it was over this way? I think it's over this way. It is not over this way. Never mind, I take it back. I think it's right. Ow, bad fish. Alright, no, I'm not getting taken out by some damn piranha. Miss me with that. I'm better than fish. I caught 200 pounds of them buggers. Is there a first-person camera? I cannot remember. I don't think there was. Still don't think it deserves title of worst film ever. It's a horrible film with a horrible message and a horrible perspective and horrible technical execution. With very few redeeming qualities, but at least it had something to say, wrong as it may be. I'm talking about The Room, by the way, Tommy Wiseau's The Room, for the unawares. Dogwater movie, not the worst movie ever made, no, but a very questionable film. I think I have to leave out somewhat. No, that's too far. Where is this tower? It's... Alright, I know that's the one I gotta, like, point to. Hold on. I think our next tower is over across the bridge. The jungle area always kind of gets me. Would I like some fish to eat? I already caught 200 pounds of fish. I think I'm good on fish for a while. And thank you for the offer, though. I do love fish. I've been meaning to get a salmon fillet for a while. I need to pan-sear salmon again. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, where's our tower? Where's our thing? Oh yeah, fish and chips, hey bruv. Raw fish better than cooked fish. I see someone enjoys sushi. Wait, no, that's our first one. Where is it? Where is it going to? Hey, where you going to, Chief? It's like way over there. I'm not way over there. I'm way over here. Hold a moment. I'm sorry. Let me grab that. Thank you. Get this activated. Yeah, it's got our platform.
We need to get to the top of that tower.
Grab that. And this is the tower where we need to get to the top without losing our blue orbs. Or blue eco. Like, we cannot let it deplete at all on our way. And this will net us another one of our trophies. There we go. Jak be nimble, Jak be quick. And activate that. We'll go into our little temple here. We'll go ahead and get this cleared out. Alrighty. That is a switch. We'll get that in a moment. Why is that not open? Why is it? Why are neither of these? Oh, let's go this way first. Le doy.
Yeah, so we got a precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us.
Yes, I'm well aware, Jak. Daxter. I get my boys mixed up. Oh, foot's falling asleep. Move my foot. Put some pressure on it. There we go. Alrighty, and we got some more orbs right over there. Let's grab this power cell. Did I ever play Daxter the PSP game? No, I've only ever played Jak and Daxter and Jak 2.
Wow, did you see that? Blue eco-vents have been activated all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco-vents as well.
And that has made it to where we can go back to Sentinel Beach, and some new features will be available to us. Actually, no, I'm not gonna activate that. Ow. Alright. Rewind. Actually, no, I will. Yes, okay, that one is just precursor orbs. Hello, boss fight. Sounds like Amethyst from Steven Universe. Can't unhear it. I would not be surprised if it's not the same, like, if it isn't the same voice actors. Alright, spiky bug. You fooled me once, shame on me. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Oh my god. I want to kill the bug. Quit being spiky. Quit being, there we go. There we go, that's what I wanted. Yeah, show me that throat. Give you throat punches. More bugs. Ow. Not gonna rewind over that. And Precursor Orb for killing the plant. Killing the plant would also net you a trophy in the PS3 and 4 version, so that's another one that got removed. And anyone who's ever wondered why they didn't get all the power cells or precursor orbs in this area, it's because of the really stupid, silly thing where you gotta jump on top of the plant, and it drops one at a time, and you gotta jump on it like X amount of times. It's 3, 4, 5. You gotta jump on the plant like 5 times. And it'll drop 5 of your missing precursor orbs. Those are some of the other more obscure ones. There we go, nice. Ow. Alright, I will rewind for that. And all of our plants out here are dead now. That's nifty. Gotta wonder how people find the obscurities in older games. Like, yeah, like... You really do, because there's no way in hell people just, like, jumped on that plant after you know, just killed it. That would not immediately register for, I would say, the vast majority of people. And this would have been during the era before online, like, walkthroughs were super prevalent and abundant. So, if you were missing those orbs, you could potentially be running around the world for ages trying to find that. With the real possibility that you just never do. Alright, bad fish. Now what if we jump up there? That just sends us there, okay. Oh, wait, no. Side door. Almost forgot about this. Haha! Here's another orb. Or you could sell the solution by making strategy guides, yeah. And yeah, a lot of it was schoolyard talk, especially back in the day like that. It was the same sort of thing with, like, Ape Escape 2. And finishing the game, like, would unlock Spike from Ape Escape 1. And it feels like one of those urban legendy kind of things. Like, no, you couldn't play as Spike, it was Jimmy. And then you play the game, and yes, if you finish the game once, you unlock Spike as a playable character. God damn it. I knew that jump was poorly placed, too. How are we on precursor orbs here? Missing 49. Wow. Well, a lot of them are going to be right there. I just got to get over here. Jump up here real quick. Grab that one, since I saw that. And then we got the ones in the water here. which we're close enough to this landmass. We shouldn't have to worry about big fish coming and getting us. There we go. Oh, and then we got more over here. The placement of these orbs is so weird. There we go. Groovy. And then I'm gonna see if I can grab this one without having to jump up to the, Oh yeah, check me out. There we are, huzzah. It's a real big fish. I thought you would go with the big fish, joke with, oh, what's the director's name? Tim Burton. And Tim Burton's Big Fish. Starring Ewan McGregor. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's like Forrest Gump, but better. That frog just got sent to space. And that's our last scout fly. Very nice. Oh, hi, Patches. And then, how are we doing checklist here? We're missing 10. Alright, that's good. So we've come a long way. Most of those 10 should be on the way to the towers that I need to activate. And then, yeah, we just gotta finish connecting the eco beams, and I'll have Forbidden Jungle done, and that will net us another trophy. Before we do that, though, let me throw on the... hi, Patches. Hi. Yeah, you get head scratches. Let me get you guys some Electro Swing while I go grab a bottle of water. I'll be back in a few. Alright, I've returned. Let's get that funky fat beat out of here. That was a really good one, though. Alright, back to collectathonic in the jungle. What is the jungle called? Forbidden Jungle. I've been calling it Deep Jungle, like it's fucking Kingdom Hearts. Do a quick scan around. That's gonna pop up into one of our towers right there. That blue orb down at the bottom. Ow, geez Louise. That's one way to break your ankles. I'm gonna rewind for that. I think we got a platform over here that we can... Oh no, but we got water. Waterworks. Are they in the water beyond Tim? No, we got fish. Beat up the local wildlife. Yeah, I know, the fisherman, his laughter is so good. He's so proud to have 200 pounds of fish, and he didn't have to catch a single pound of it. He exploited some youngsters, and he got away with it too. Where the hell is this tower? Oh, there it is. Ow, there were two fish. Sir, a second fish has hit the jack. Here we go. Alright. Use. There we go.
Let's go to the next tower and reconnect the beam there.
Yes, let's. And that one is right around this corner once we're up here. Yeah, there it is. Am I going the right way for this? No, I should be going this way. There we go. That's a little short tower. Till as old as time, Young Adventure needs a more, move throughout a very large area to align mirrors with focus beams. Yes! This is a classic kind of adventure game kind of trope. Like, even Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 have the like, mirror light bounce off effect kind of things. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, or was it Majora's Mask that had the light shield that you like reflect light off in the temple? One of the Zelda games. Where did this one pop up? Oh, it's right there. I'm trying to think what other games have moving mirror things that you have to do. Those are like the main ones right there, the important ones. And I just broke my knees. I would love it if I had enough orbs to get the rest of my health back. That'd be cool. What is, what's back here? Anything? No. Oh, you know what? I wonder if my missing 10 orbs are over in, Oh, yeah, they are. They're totally gonna be in here. And I'll tell you why. Damn it. Because we hit the jump pad that I couldn't activate earlier. So let me jump back in here real quick. Rewind feature is very impressive. Basically taking a save state every so often saves like at 100 of them at once. Yeah, more or less. Like, it's the last 120 seconds, so you can scroll back as far as 2 minutes. That's what it is. It's like 120 seconds, more or less, that you can go back to. Let me in, let me up the tower. I want to say Nintendo does the same exact thing, where it's the last 120 seconds of gameplay. Leaping technology necessary in the last 20 years to make this possible is wild. Kind of, yeah. Like, Jak and Daxter on the PS2, it had an autosave feature. Every time you collected a precursor orb, or a power cell, it would autosave. But I think the game still relied on, like, manual saves if you had to get up and, like, leave for any reason. But, like, it was the first generation of games that featured an autosave. I think I went the wrong way. No, I went the right way. And now I gotta go down to the beach, and then we are done here. There we go, and reconnect that power, and presto. Yeah, there we are. All connected. Like, I don't think the PS1 featured
We should go
autosaves.
tell that windbag of a mayor that he owes us big time for connecting the village energy beam.
Cider rewinds are coming to the N64 on the Switch too. Were they not already there? I could have sworn the N64 emulator Virtual Console had... It did not. Wow, okay. I knew the NES did, and the SNES. I could have sworn the N64 did. Whacked. Yeah, no, but that's huge. Glad that's coming. They're adding it for Switch too. Nice! Performancing, I could see it. Like, it's taken up to the Switch too for us to get GameCube. Because of, you know, quote-unquote performance. They're making it a selling point. But, anyway. Good to see you, Marsh, as always. Let me get you a shouty real quick. Shouty at... It's the Marsh. Yeah, Sunshine wasn't, to my knowledge. Thanks for shouty, anytime. And now let's go talk to the mayor, and we'll get the last power cell for Forbidden Jungle. Because he tells you about it here, but the criteriums for Forbidden Jungle. Through the Tower of Advertising, yes, Nintendo paid you to be here. To talk about the Switch 2 release.
Boys, you have restored power to the village, and
Or is that you saying you're stuck in an ad break? It could mean both things. Hey, there we go. Precursor for us. That's our next trophy netted. And we've got enough to pay you, so let me go ahead and give you 90 orbs. Get you taken care of.
Good. A sizable one, I hope. Oh, it is a sizable.
I love the character design in Jak and Daxter so damn much.
Power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
Alright, good luck with your re-election campaign. I put my money on Daxter myself. I think he'd be a great mayor. But, you know, to each their own. Welcome back. Have to call it a night, usually just leave without announcing, but I don't know. It felt right this time. Night, everyone. Good night, Hawks. You have a good one. Thanks for tuning in for so long. And this game has great animations. Indeed. It's got great everything. This is one of those, like, absolutely necessary PS2 titles for anyone's collection. And we opened up the Blue Eco port, so we should be able to do the rest of the stuff here. Yeah, I think we're able to do everything here now. Do a quick run through Sentinel Beach. Crab. Got the Pelican. Don't need that. Yes, yes. Okay, so that is open when it was not open before. So now we can take care of that cannon. And we should also be able to get the last of our orbs. Barely gonna make it. There we go. And that should be my last power cell here. Yes, there is. That's the end of my cell. And I'm low on health. But that's fine, because we're right here by the Blue Eco. Oh god, fish. Hi, fish. We're sorry for intruding on your domain. Whew. Okay. Oh, and I think I know where the last power cells are, or precursor orbs are. I want to say they're underneath the tower to the cannon. I think there are a few more that you have to dive after. And I'll go and check that after I get my health replenished. Thank you, Shadowquill, for the hydrate. Appreciate that. bad doggy. Down. And that gets me completely decked out. Yes, good stuff. I'm gonna jump back across to get this, and then I'm gonna do this. No, okay, so they're not there. Hi, fish. Hi, fish. God damn it. Okay. So we're gonna jump down here. Yes, hello, fish. You're mad. You were angry. Hungry, even. They gotta be in the water. Oh, and you know what? I bet they're by the waterfall. They're behind the waterfall. Of course. The case of the missing orbs. Solved. That wasn't all of them. What? That wasn't all of them. Wait, how many more am I missing? 10. What? No. That's annoying. Shoot. Okay. Nice vibe to trophy hunting while also trophy hunting. Oh, what game are we trophy hunting today, Shadowquill? Were they underneath one of the towers? I know I got the one for the one, but not. Oh. Man. Overcooked, all you can eat. Nice. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's one where you more or less have to play a lot of co-op to get that platinum, right? That one is a pretty co-op heavy game. No co-op needed, but it can help. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. I think they're all right here. Yeah, I think they're all right here. Quite a challenge solo. I can imagine. Alright, now missing case of the, now the missing case of the missing power orbs. The precursor orbs. Give. There we go, now we're done. No more Sentinel Beach. And let's go to our checklist real quick. Sentinel Beach, done. Sandover Village, we've got the Oracle, and then the Muse. While we learned about it in Sandover, it is tied to Misty Island, so we will not get that one yet. Geyser Rock done, of course. Forbidden Jungle, Fire Canyon, we got 2 over on the trail. And then I think it's got 7 scout flies, so we have to hit throughout the course. I think that's right. So more or less everything done. We could go ahead and go to Mist Village or Misty Island. I don't think there's anything stopping us from going there right now. We did complete the fish minigame, so we can sail over. And then that would have the entire beginning area of the game done before we finish Geyser Rock. Or Fire Canyon. Which can be helpful. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Usually I save Misty Island for a little bit later in the playthrough. But I'm gonna do it now. And this is one of those areas where they hide the load screen, essentially. Like, it's deloading all the island that we've left, and it's loading the higher, like, textured and actual platformed aspects of Misty Island. And then that little, like, frame of a black screen, that's, like, the only true, quote-unquote, load screen we've gotten. And look, you can look across and see Sundover Village. There's the temple that we climbed up in the jungle. You can kind of make out the bunkers at the beach of Sentinel Beach. It's so cool. And then you don't go out there. You never go out to that island. That's just set dressing. But it's cool that it's there. And was there another one out that way? No, but you can see some, like, mountains and rocks out there. Because we have the flet. So yeah, we get the flet at some point. Or, oh, you know what? No, we can't do this right now. We have to do Fire Canyon before we do this, because there's a sequence here where we have to be on the motorbike, and the motorbike isn't unlocked for us yet. So I'm gonna go back. We'll do Fire Canyon, and then we'll turn around and come do this. I'm like 99% sure that was the case. We'd have gotten to that point and then been, like, locked off from the rest of the stage. So, overdue Fire Canyon. Pass Sam Elliott on the way. Goodbye, Sam Elliott. Fire Canyon is this way. Alrighty. There's Kira.
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my heat shield.
20 and then some.
The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over. Over? Like burning molten metal over? The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly.
Nifty.
Oh, and when you get across, don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck!
Yeah, teleport gate comes in handy. Do not forget to activate that. Alright, gotta remember how to control this bad boy. Alright, X goes forward. Do we get a jump? No, that dismounted. I don't think we get a jump. I'm just gonna wing it.
Hit those balloons to cool off.
And then we got scout flies on the trail that we need to grab.
Out here too. See if we can catch air off those workers.
There aren't any scout flies there. I'm gonna slide speed boost with the blue eco.
Use the hot turn to steer harder.
Nearly there. Grab you. Shoot. Use a rewind there. I hate this part. Yeah, most of the hover bike sequences are kind of rough. There's a later one where you get a gun, and that one's a little nicer. The one that always got me was the mountain trail one. And I guess this one too, because it is kind of stressful having, like, don't get over a certain speed or you'll, you know, explode. Shit. Yep, like that stresses me out. I don't like it screaming at me. Ugh. Alright, go back here. Okay, that was all the scout flies. Good shit. I wish it would cool me down a little, but, you know. There we go, and that's all of our... That's our, whatchamacallit, precursor orbs. And our last power cell, so, Fire Canyon, done. Rock Village. Sage's Hut should be right here. We'll get a quick cutscene. And then here in Rock Village, I gotta destroy 12 barrels. Very Keanu Reeves like. Oh, talking about rewind.
That teleporter tingling sensation. Hey, it looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders.
He's a fun boss fight, the big boss man up
And
top.
it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess
The alarm for being too hot. Oh.
Look at his notes.
Got a Johnny Silverhand enjoyer, I see.
Then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
Hey, he's kind of attached to me, boss. I don't think he's going anywhere. I am gonna try and break these boxes, and then we'll go back and go to, Mist Village. Or Mist Island.
Find out why the Blue Sage disappeared. You're going to need to collect 45 power cells to fuel his machine. Go get them.
45, and we've got 26. Yeah, we got our work cut out for us. Oh, and then one of our more annoying...
Interesting street.
Shoot, where's the other blue orb? Because we got this pad right here that we gotta try and open. And it's a bit of a, like, obstacle course of going to the right places at the right time. That was very much not it.
Hang in there, little ones.
So we got the one right there. And then we got the one right here. Okay, I remember now. So we gotta grab this one. And then we gotta use that to get that. And then we gotta, like, very quickly... There we go. And that's one of the more annoying precursor orb containers. You gotta pay her, like, I think 180 power cell, precursor orbs to get some, power cells. We'll do that in a moment. Let me find these barrels. Is it these? Oh, it's these barrels. Okay. Groovy, and I gotta destroy 12 of those. Those are boxes. You are not a barrel. You're a man wearing the barrel. I'm sorry that I'm, like, changing your spare clothes. Or destroying your spare clothes, but I got a trophy to get. Barrels, 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 barrels. Here we go. And I never knew you could destroy these. Ah, Master Godin with the jacked impression. I'm the best. Yo, Master Godin, how's it going? Give you a shout out real quick. Shouty at Master Godin. Let's see what you're up to. Digging a hole over at twitch.tv/Master Godin. How about the holes turn out? Were they the best? And I think I got enough barrels. I'm gonna double check, just make sure. Collect all power cells, Misty Island, Rock Village. Don't say the one for Yeah, I think I got the one for getting the barrels in Rock Village. Those were our supplies, Jack. Break 15 barrels in Rock Village. Need to update your game category. That is not what you were playing. Got it. Holes have been dug. Were you able to get out of them at least? And there's another oracle right there. That'll be another 240 for their cells. Up and over. There we are. Let's go back to Misty Island now that we can complete Misty Island. Green Sage's hut. And then the like teleports are the only other instances where they're gonna have you like have to stop and load for a minute. Just because they're teleporting you from one point of the map to the other. Would have climbed out, but I got eaten by a giant mole. Oh, well. I had my experiences with giant moles as well, but they were in a Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop distance. It happens. Yeah, I was gonna say it happens. The one in Dream Drop didn't try to eat me, but it did try and stop a performance we were putting on. Giant moles. Strongly avoid them. Or strongly recommend you avoid them if you can. They're not the friendliest. Alright, but now, with Fire Canyon done, we should be all set here. We gotta catch that muse.
This place gives me the creeps! And trust me, it's a whole new experience when you're covered in fuzz!
I don't know what these floating, like, orbs over here are supposed to be. I think they're details of the level that haven't loaded in, because if you go further out that way, it's like an enemy vessel, a ship, that's, like, marooned. I think that is what's going on there. There we go. New enemy type to deal with here. It's our big bony armored boy from the beginning of the game. They required 2 hits. Ooh.
Hey, I see the sculptor's muse!
Ah, damn it, Muse. Now I gotta jump back up there. Shoot. Make ourselves some platforms. I thought I was gonna have it right there. Oh, no, 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 not, no. There we go, got the muse. And I love this cutscene that plays when you catch it. Just shove it down the bag. Stomp on it for good measure. Make sure it's really in there. It is not getting away. Alright, that takes care of those orbs. Now we can backtrack and get any of the ones that we skipped over chasing the muse. Breaking boxes, and we got another.
Cause I don't think we'll make it back.
Well aware, Daxter. Well, I hit the wrong button. I am trying to remember how to grab that one out there. Yeah, how do you get that one? I'm trying to... It's not any... Oh, yeah, it's right here. Ow, rude. There we go. Yeah, I gotta activate that. That didn't help. So let me grab these real quick. That'll fall, that's fine. There we go. Huzzah. Take a sip of water. And we've got a new eco power. We've got the red eco, which will give us a projectile-based kind of attack. Normally, we wouldn't learn about that one until a little bit later in the game. But since we came here sooner, we get it now. Making sure there weren't any orbs down there.
Red eco makes your attack stronger. The red eco.
And blue eco, we'll open that. And we've got an arena to fight through. This was also a trophy. Clearing the arena would get you a trophy. Ow. And I was wrong about it giving you ranged attacks. It's a certain path that you walk on, and that's where you get your ranged attack from. Alright, I am getting surrounded here. I'm pretty sure I got to the arena way earlier than I should have when I played. There's not really, like, an earlier than you should have. It's just, you can come here sooner in the game like we have, or you can save it for later towards the end of the game, like I think most people do. Because a lot of people, they'll come to it after they've done, I think it's a spider cave and everything. Because by that point, you've opened the red eco chambers, which doesn't affect Misty Island, but it does affect the mountain trail, because one of the last precursor or power cells that you grab is on the mountain trail, because you can't get it until you've unlocked the red eco chamber vents. And then people would naturally come back to like Sentinel Island and Misty Island, and that's when they'd probably be tackling this. The only criteria that you have to meet before coming here is unlocking the hover bike from Fire Canyon. And even then, I came here and I didn't go to where it was, so I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure you have to go to Fire Canyon to get the bike operational, and then it unlocks it for Misty Island, I think. Now, they should still have cannons. Cannons? You gonna fire at me? Cannons? Did we lose the cannons? No, they still have the cannons. Why aren't these opening? Why aren't you shooting at me over here? Oh, can they not reach this far? I don't think they can hit you from this far. Yeah. Alright, I gotta go get that myself.
This place gives me the willies. Let's keep you out of the ooze, okay?
And then I think also on the PS3 and 4 version, there was a trophy for jumping into the dark eco here. And it was something like, never learned your lesson, did ya? And that trophy is also not present on this PS5 version. Or the like, updated emulator version. Now, where are the cannons? I think I get access to the cannon a little bit later. Yeah, I don't think we get it from here. And was there anything down here? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we got everything here. So we should be set in that regard. Let me head this way. Oh, beach. Yes. Check down here. That is where we started. Okay, good. On the right track. And Groovy got some health back. Return to Muse of the Sculptor. Free 7 Scout Flies. We've only gotten one, which is absolutely wild, but most of them are in the other part of the stage. And then the other 4 are unlocked for completing various tasks in those other parts of the stage. So we should be done that way. We can head this way. Not this way. Never mind. I lied. Yeah, I got everything there. Got everything here. Smack you. There is our bite, which I think would not have been here unless we got Fire Canyon done.
Let's plow into those balloon lurkers and shred them.
And we get to run over some enemies. Good old vehicular manslaughter. Or lurker slaughter in this case. And we got these jumps so we gotta make, which are kind of annoying. The timing on some of the jumps. There we go, that's that set of orbs collected. Now where's our last lurker? There you are. Now we got one over here. I saw him flying off. There you are. And we got one more somewhere. There you are. Done. That was also a trophy, I do believe. Running over all of them in Missy Island, we get you a trophy.
Good! You stopped all the mind-dropping lurkers. They've been threatening the waters around our village for weeks. Bring your zoomer back to the transpad, and I'll teleport it back.
In a bit. I got more orbs and things to grab. And one more here. There we go. And then I gotta get that precursor orb floating over. Oh, we do have a little, like, manual jump. Alright, I figured out the button for it. Nice. That'll come in handy later on. And get this lined up. God damn it. This one you gotta have just the right amount of speed. Oh, no, no, no. Rewind. No. Alright. There we go. That's so much quicker than the PS3 and 4 where you have to go all the way back around every single time. And we've got nothing else out on the water, so yeah, let me drop off our bike. And then we're ready to tackle the ship proper. Trindo, have you already gone and gotten this platinum? I remember you and I were looking at the trophy list together. I didn't know if you'd gotten it already. Don't think you did? Okay. Upon grabbing it, this will be the third time I've platinumed Jak and Daxter, I'm pretty sure. On account of having the PS3 and 4 version. And then I still have the updated PS4 emulator version. I might grab it again. And then I'll have this platinum 4 times. Which I want to say makes it one of the most repeatable platinums out of all the PlayStation consoles. You did the Vita version too? Was the Vita version its own separate thing? I thought the Jak and Daxter collection was PS3 and Vita, and it was like shared between the two. I've never had a Vita. And I've got 3 different versions. I have it on PS3, or 2 different versions right now. I've got the PS3 version, and I've got the PS4 version, the old PS4 emulator version. And then there's the updated PS4/5, like, new emulator. God damn it. Hey, I found the first person button. Oh my god. Why won't my double jump work? There we go. Oh my goodness. Alright, you know what? Not worth it. Just get my health back that way. It's all on 4. PS3, PS4, PS5, and Vita. Okay, I did not know the Vita version had its own trophy set. Well, the updated emulator that we're playing, the PS4 and 5 version, you can do it twice. So you can get the trophy 5 times. You can get the platinum 5 times. PS3, PS4 twice between the 2 different emulator versions. The one that we're playing, and then the older version, which is just a straight port of the PS3 edition, and then the PS Vita, which I was not aware was a thing. I'm gonna have to get a PS Vita. I've been telling myself I need one. This will just give me more reason to get one. Oh, I did not rewind far enough. There we go. Oh my god, the double jump is not working half the time. Christ, let me double jump. Here we go. Hey, more health. Always hated that part. And then there's the cannon, which I need to open up those other boxes. Oh, and an orb. You got yours so long ago, I have no idea what they go for nowadays. I see Vitas sitting around like 120 to 150 on eBay. I have no idea what the games would be going for as a thing.
That silo, they can't flood the world with dark eco and cause untold destruction.
And then I got a thing where I try not to grab a console unless I'm able to like effectively stream it. Like I've got an NES and I love it to death, but I'm hesitant to go out of my way collecting NES after NES game just because I don't have the converter cables or like a retro tank to make streaming on it easier. So like the only game that I have for it's the original Final Fantasy, and that was more just to see how it compares to the Pixel Remaster version on my own terms.
Get some! Get some!
I love using the cannon. It's fun. I like things that go big boom. Oh no, I overshot that one. Or not, never mind. And last one. Alright. That should be most of our missing orbs. Let's take a look-see. No, that is not most of our missing orbs. We've got a whole other area that I haven't been to on this rock. That's right. Trying to remember how to get to that area too. Make a little sneaky deaky no fall jump by spinning. Or no damage fall. That door doesn't open to my knowledge. It does open. Well, never mind. So let me kind of run around, gather these orbs. Hello, here they are. These are some oft-forgotten ones. Alright, gonna rewind. Got those. Were there any back here? I feel like there was some sneaking back here. Vita Plats are nice, but most of the games are on the PS4 anyway. Yeah, most Vita games, they shared their trophy list with the PS3 or the PS4. Or both. In the case of Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster. It's one of the few games where PS3, 4, and Vita share the trophy list with each other. And then I think players made enough of a fuss about that they kind of did away with that. Oh shit! Hey, I was close enough. Nice, sir. Hold a moment. There we go. All right, because that is another one of our like skill check jump kind of obstacle courses that we have to run through to get a container. No, right there we go. Hey, scout flies, almost forgot about them. many do I have anyway? 5. Okay, so I'm missing 2. Yeah, I'm missing 2. Huh. Gotta remember where those 2 are. I checked around here, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got these. Only issue with Vita games is they no longer have support, so broken games achievements stay broken. Yeah. The PS3 is the same case. Like, I love the PS3 to death, but there are several games on there now that never got a final patch to fix their trophy list, or they never got an update that made them, you know, effective online, offline achievable platinums. And some of those games, like, it's understandable. Killzone 2 and 3, like, you can't get the majority of the trophies in bot matches. You can get some of them, but not all of them. And it's a little unfortunate. So it's like Killzone 1, the HD remake, or HD port that was included with the Killzone Trilogy collection, which is kind of hard to come by nowadays, or it's more expensive to get that version. That's the only Killzone game that you can get the platinum for, aside from Killzone Liberation, which is on the PSP Virtual Console, on PS4 and 5. Like, those are the only ones where you can get the platinum now. All the other Killzone games, you cannot achieve the platinum. Including Shadowfall, which is the most recent of the Killzone games. And the one that we all kind of try and forget ever existed, but alas it does. And no one's too happy about it. Max Payne 3 is unachievable. Oof. That one's unachievable on Xbox 360 as well. Just because the late multiplayer is defunct. Alright, missing 2 scout flies and quite a few orbs. Okay, so I feel like I've got another area that I haven't quite been to. Yeah, there's got to be an area that I haven't jumped over to. Run back this way. There's nothing down here, no. Still achieve it because of all the multiplayer achievements before it shut down, just procrastinating. Yeah, like that, but that's where everybody's at now, though. If you didn't already have all the... Hey, there it is. If you didn't have all the multiplayer trophies, achievements, whatever, unlocked, you're locked out of it now. Hey, and that's also our last scout flight. Perfect. So this should be everything that I'm missing, all in one fell swoop. Those come back, right? Those come back, right? Okay, that worked. Okay, that's scout flies. Where's the... Where are my last remaining orbs? I got... Oh, it's 6 orbs. Oh, you know what? I know exactly where they are. I gotta go back to the runny bit. Yeah, I gotta go back there. If you know, you know. Where did I leave some in here, perchance? No, they're back where I was. More backtracking, yay! But I'm glad to be getting Missy Island out of the way early, instead of later in the game. And this should also get a Sandover Village done. So we should pop a couple of trophies here. I love constantly giving Jack a concussion by bumping into rocks and everything. And he's real hard-headed. What a guy. Batman Arkham Origins had multiplayer that's now dead as well. Yeah, most of the PlayStation 3 library, unfortunately. And it applies to the Xbox 360 as well. Their, like, multiplayer lobbies are pretty defunct. But to make matters worse for the PS3, because it isn't backwards compatible with the PS4 or 5, in, like, any meaningful way, aside from being able to stream the games, like, the servers, people don't quite care about those servers. Like, old Call of Duty games, you can still get into lobbies of Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360. You can still get into lobbies for the original Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 on the Xbox 360. Because, one, Microsoft owns Activision. They, like, kind of have their hand in those servers. And then, two, the backwards compatibility is, like, native on that console. So it makes it a superior version to its original release on the 360. Because of console enhancements and all that jazz. But for the most part, those games are in a relative unplayable state. Where the heck or incompletable state, I should say. Not an unplayable state, but incompletable. I know the, like, orbs that I'm missing are somewhere over here. I gotta remember where. Oh, there they are. Or there's one. Then I'm missing 5. Are they down here? No, that puts me in the water. Feel bad for the peeps going for a 100% PSN account. Nah, I mean, I know there are plenty of people that will just outright not play a game if they can't 100% it. And you know what? That's fine, but you are robbing yourself of a fantastic experience otherwise. Like, don't let being incapable of getting to platinum deter you from playing a game, is my stance. Now I'm in a position where I've got 2 PS3s. One's a backwards compatible model that I don't have my account tied to. So if I really didn't want a game tied to my account, I could just play it on that one. yeah, use a guest account. But, and then if it's a game that I can get the platinum on, or I don't care if I can't get the platinum on, and the majority of the trophies are earnable, I'll play it on my PS3 Slim that my account's tied to. But my fat model, the back and pat one, it's like my dedicated streaming PS2, and also my, like, dummy account PS3. And I could, I guess, mod it. But nobody heard me say that. Because I don't have it tied to an account or anything, I could go through the trouble of modding it. Things to consider. Where are these last 5 orbs? Because I think I got the trouble ones. Yeah, I think I got the trouble ones. Damn. There were 5 that I know are kind of tucked away in a kind of obscure place. And you need, like, the blue eco to get them to track to you. And I think they were down here, but I got these. I got the ones that were down here. Maybe, like, I didn't get all of them here. No, that's not opening, so I got all the ones there. Damn it. Endless Surge comes with the territory. It really does. This happens every time I do Misty Village. And we're like challenge running too, because I've got like no health. Alright, wondering if they're down here. Or up here. We got everything there. Shoot. And I can't destroy the... Yeah, I can't destroy that. There aren't any other boxes to break with the cannon. Really double check up here. For shits and gigs. There we go. That was a trophy before, and it's not. So sad. You know what? I wonder if they're gonna be tucked away, like, down here or something. I feel like there's a box somewhere that I missed. Not that box, so that's the explodey that'll kill you box. I got the scout flies. Came down here. Yeah, it wasn't down. Hello. Close call. Yeah, let me jump back over here. Just your stupid curiosity. Oh, hey! There's one. Oh, they're here! I know where they are now. That's a stupid-ass way to figure that out, but we know where they are now. Verb, I know what we're gonna do today. Ow. Alright, I thought that hurt me and I was worried. It did not. Ow. More rocks. Ow, more rocks. There they are. Huzzah! Now we can leave Misty Island. We are done here. Just double check real quick. Yeah, return to me as a sculptor, and then we're done for realsies. Alright, just gotta get on my boat, go upriver, kick that M. Bison's ass so hard, the next M. Bison wannabe will think twice about doing so. And I'm making that joke again. It has bled over from Final Fantasy to Jak and Daxter. But it's true, I'm gonna get in my boat. I need to do like a live react to the Street Fighter live action movie at this rate. I've not seen that movie in so long. I should just... That should be a stream. I think if I transform the film enough, like, flip it vertically and throw some, like, crush filter over it, it should be fine. That's transformative media. I'll have to read up on, like, how do react streams work? Alright, Muse will be happy, or the sculptor will be happy to see his muse. And they're right over here. Hit my head on your rock.
Oh, my muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
That'll net us lurking around. Alrighty. And then let's take a look at our list. We've still got... Yeah, we still got the Oracle to finish. Did I get all of the... Yes, I got all the orbs. Very nice. I got hella orbs. Holy shit. That is pretty groovy. So let's go pay a visit to the Oracle, and then we'll have Sendover Village complete. That'll net us another trophy. And we are well on our way to our platinum with our first session. What's up, big man?
For your gift, another power cell is yours.
Nice. So that is 1 and 2.
You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
And Jack for mayor. With the amount of work I'm putting in, hell yeah. I ought to be mayor. And let's take a look at our trophy list. Let's see how many we've achieved. 9 of 26. Nice. So we got Rock Village, Precursor City, and Boggy Swamp. That'll all kind of be within the same vicinity. Precursor Basin is our travel point from... Or no, it's not. Precursor Basin is another area within that same kind of... We gotta beat the boss, and then we get the Precursor Basin. The Mountain Pass is where we gotta go to get the, like, Volcanic Crater, Snowy Mountain, and the Spider Cave. And then the Lava Tube will get us to Golemaya's Citadel. Yes. Yes. Very good. Very good indeed. Nice. I'm gonna teleport us over to the Blue Sage's hut. Gotta climb up to Green Sage. Alright, hello plant. Surely the Green Sage is here. I thought I would have someone watering. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to you. I'm sorry.
You have power cells to collect.
Yes, I do.
Leave me alone.
I
You have them.
I planned on it, Green Sage. Thank you. All right, use. Got a cat here on my tongue. Ew. That's one of Rhea's. I can tell because it's not black. Blue Sage's hut. Warp. And here we are, back in Rock Village. If I can get out this door. Here we are. And I feel this is as good a spot as any to have our cutoff, so let me get that muted. Let's get some Electro Swing going. And let's take a look at our raid list. And I feel this is probably going to be a 2 or 3 sessions tops kind of game. Any more than that, and I feel like that'd be unnecessary. But I will be back tomorrow with some more Final Fantasy 12. Very excited to be jumping back into that. And then we've still got more The Bouncer in the lineup. I do intend on playing at least one more session of that so that we can do a Code LeFaux's run through. And hey, speaking of Final Fantasy, let's go and raid into Cassie Cyrus, who is playing Final Fantasy IV, specifically the DS the PSP remake, where it's 3D graphics and all that. So we'll get raiding on them, get some Final Fantasy action going today, and then you can join me for some more tomorrow. So we'll get that going. Until then, take care of yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Always appreciate it. Always a fun time here in the Retro Game Room as well. And we'll be getting more of that with 12, of course, tomorrow. It's a bit of a retro month, I feel, with with Final Fantasy 12, Jak and Daxter, and the Bouncer all kind of blending together. But stay hydrated, get yourself some food, take a shower if you need to, get some rest. You guys are worth it. Take care of yourself. It's a crazy, crazy world out there. We are in this together. Until then, see you later. Auf Wiedersehen. Do svidaniya. Au revoir. No, bonjour would be hello. Anyway, see ya. Get out of here. So long. Toodaloo.